But first, the breaking news at the top of this bulletin, the latest on the war on tobacco in the country. Despite an explicit assurance by Prime Minister Narendra Modi on the weekend, the BJP MPs who had backed tobacco products will continue to remain in the parliamentary panel. Some of those MPs are also in a conflict of interest since they own the tobacco business. No development on the proposed larger pictorial warnings on tobacco products to dissuade smokers and tobacco users. The parliamentary panel headed by BJP MP Dilip Gandhi stipulating no binding time frame to implement the measures which can save future generations from the tobacco menace. The government not yet making it clear whether those MPs are going to be removed or not, despite the obvious conflict of interest. Smita Sharma has our top story tonight.
The Modi government is already 6 days late. The pictorial warnings on cigarette packs are no bigger. The 1st April deadline is long past and there isn't a new one on the horizon. The government is making all the right noises. But this is the reality. No tobacco-related issues came up at the parliamentary panel meet on Monday. No deadline has been fixed for the report to be submitted. BD Baron Shamacharan Gupta skipped the meet after a rap from the Prime Minister, but he remains a part of the panel amidst growing outrage. Uproar broke out last week after tobacco parliamentary panel head Dilip Gandhi and panel member SC Gupta claimed that consumption of tobacco wasn't linked to cancer. Over 13,500 deaths since 1st April. And it's no joke that the 6 biggest tobacco companies in the world made a profit of over 400 lakh rupees in the same period. Even as an online campaign for the face of India's anti-tobacco drive, Sunita Tomar picks up pace after her death last week. How difficult can it be for the Modi government to bypass a toothless parliamentary panel and answer Sunita?
The biggest interested party in tobacco promotion, growth and trade is the government itself.
Reports suggest that former Health Minister Harshvardhan had to pay a heavy price for standing up to the tobacco lobby, thereby being shipped off to another ministry. For an industry that generates revenues running into thousands of crores, the question is, will the government be able to prove its stated intention through its action? In New Delhi with Javed Ansari and video journalist Pradeep Gupta, this is Smita Sharma for Headlines Today.
Larger pictorial warning has now been delayed yet again. Can the Prime Minister rein in the tobacco lobby, or are his words simply going to go up in smoke? Remember what Prime Minister Narendra Modi said. He would act on this, but he hasn't acted yet. I want to raise that right at the top tonight here on the news today at 9. Joining me now are Dinesh Trivedi. He is former Union Minister of State for Health from the Trinamool Congress. GBL Narasimha Rao is the national spokesperson with the BJP, and Dr. Vishal Rao is senior oncologist from Bangalore, and he's also someone who's been associated with the World Health Organization. I appreciate all of you joining us. I just want to ask you, Mr. Dinesh Trivedi, as a former health minister, do you believe that the time has come for the Prime Minister to act now? Or does he have to go, as Mr. Venkaiah Naidu, the Parliamentary Affairs Minister, told us, through a procedure by which he cannot remove the MPs who are opposed to these pictorial warnings being put on tobacco products overnight? That's what the government says, that they can't do anything overnight. A new deadline will have to be put in place.
Rajiv, let me tell you with all the courage of conviction that collectively every government is just fooling the people at large. If Parliament of India has passed a law called COTPA, and under that law it is up to the health minister what should be the percentage of pictorial warning, that is his domain.
Why didn't you do it when you were health minister? Why were you not able to do it when you were health minister?
We did it. That is the first time it came. Let me tell you, Rajdeep, that is the first time it came, and I only know what kind of pressures were around. Then what happened, that either you put a GOM which is not required, or you put a subordinate committee which has no powers to do anything. Plain and simple. And I'm telling you with all the knowledge I have, if the health minister wants it, it can happen tomorrow, and not 85, it can be 100. The fact of the life is, no government is going to do that, because when we talk about conflict of interest, the biggest conflict of interest is the government of India itself. Do you know what is the percentage of tobacco comes from Gujarat?
Are you saying that Narendra Modi is not doing it because of pressure from tobacco lobbies in Gujarat? Are you saying that if Narendra Modi and JP Nadda, the health minister, want to put a pictorial warning, they can put it tomorrow morning? Are you saying that they can put it tomorrow morning on cigarette packets? Are you saying they can put it tomorrow morning on cigarette packets?
No, listen to me. Listen to me, 50% of the tendu leaf comes from Madhya Pradesh. There is the president of India now, when he was the head of GOM, a big percentage comes from Jangipur. So I'm just trying to tell you, all over India,
I am asking you, do you believe that the Prime Minister, sir, do you believe that the Prime Minister and the Health Minister, if they want tomorrow morning, can enforce this pictorial warning? That's what I'm asking you, that they don't need to wait for this parliamentary committee.
200%. 200%. And anybody can challenge me if I am wrong, because the main act has been passed by the government. And let me tell you today on your television, ultimately it is the Supreme Court which will decide, and there will be no choice for any government left. And this pictorial warning would never have come if the Supreme Court had not force the government to do it.
Speaking
it was first the Himachal Pradesh government.
Sure.
Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely, I'm telling you.
Okay.
It is because of Himachal Pradesh court the pictorial warning came. And this pictorial warning is part of the main act. No government would act. Ultimately, it is the court. Okay,
can I get in GVL Narasimha Rao? These are important words of former health ministers coming on this program and saying your Prime Minister, your health minister doesn't need to wait for a committee of parliament which has only subordinate legislation powers to decide on putting a pictorial warning tomorrow morning, showing 85% of the size of a cigarette packet or a pan bidi packet to show that this is injurious to health. They can do it tomorrow morning. This is a ruse to wait for the MPs, as Venkaiah Naidu has told us today. You are simply buying time, Mr. Narasimha Rao.
I think it's so strange and bizarre that the government, it is this government which came up with this notification a few months ago. And Dr. Harshvardhan was a minister in this government, and he continues to be a cabinet minister in this government.
Mr. GVL Narasimha Rao, Mr. Harshvardhan has almost suggested he was sacked for taking on the tobacco lobby of this country. Mr. Harshvardhan was removed as the health minister of this country.
I think there are any number of rumors about any of us. So please don't go by rumors. You are running a responsible news channel. I think don't go by rumors. If you have something to substantiate, please put it in public domain.
Mr. Harshvardhan,
Number two,
Mr. Harshvardhan has gone public and said that cancer is caused by tobacco. He claimed that he wanted this 85%. Yes. He wanted the 85% pictorial warning. A deadline was set of April 1. We are now on April 6. The Prime Minister day before yesterday told us MPs with conflict of interest will be removed from the parliamentary panel, or so we were told. Sources close to the Prime Minister were claiming. Nothing has happened today.
I think
the MPs are still very much there.
Would you? No, I think it's very unfair for you to go on making allegations without giving me an opportunity. Please let me refute all the points that have been made.
Yes.
Point number one, I think this subordinate legislation, the Standing Committee on Subordinate Legislation, does not deal with only tobacco, so let your viewers not be misled by what you are saying. It's only this particular report or this particular assessment of this tobacco. There could be a conflict of interest for people who have commercial interest.
Yes.
And there is an advisory that has been given to them. And more importantly, for the opposition parties, they are giving us sanctimonious lectures today. What prevented them to do it when they were in power for so many years? And when we are doing it, and we have reiterated our commitment, the health minister has reiterated in the last couple of days, the Minister for Finance, Mr. Jaitley, has reiterated. So I think it's very unfortunate that this kind of speculation is going on in the media.
Mr. Jaitley said, Mr. Jaitley, sir, just a
one
minute.
more sentence.
Sir, just a minute. Mr. Jaitley said there would be a measured and reasonable response. Now, the fact is, one would have expected some clarity. We don't have clarity from this government. Does the government want to go ahead and put an 85% pictorial warning? The deadline of April 1 is over. The Prime Minister has released some statements, not in his own words, but sources close to Mr. Modi. Now we want to know, is the Prime Minister committed to pictorial warnings or not?
I think, Rajdeep, this has been repeatedly. No, the government's commitment is to further discourage tobacco consumption. So obviously it will mean increasing the pictorial warning. But there is a due process. I think Mr. Dinesh Trivedi, who is a member of parliament, thinks all standing committees have no role to play whatsoever. You junk them. I think please let him make that recommendation. Let his party make that recommendation. I think the standing committee reports are not binding on the government, but the subordinate legislation has the power to examine whether the changes that you are proposing to make are in consonance with the law or not. We can go ahead and make this notification and implement it, but eventually the committee has the power.
Okay.
If you are exceeding the limits of the act, if you are overstepping the act,
can I just bring in Mr.
Trivedi? Has the powers to really pull the government.
Sir, can I bring in Mr. Trivedi and then go to the cancer specialist? Mr. Trivedi, should we wait for this parliamentary standing committee to give its final report? I know there are 2 or 3 members of this committee whose links now with the tobacco lobby have come out in the open. Can we? But Mr. Mr. GVL Narasimha Rao is saying there's a process. You need to follow a parliamentary process.
If you have respect for them.
I have been a minister.
Yes.
I have been a minister.
Yes.
Mr. Narasimha Rao is ignorant about the law and proceeding. I will repeat that the government does not, I repeat, does not, unless they have violated the main act. I must tell you what is the responsibility of subordinate committee. So now if the main act has been violated, then only the subordinate committee comes, otherwise nothing. They have no power whatsoever. If at all, they can submit the report to the parliament and nothing else. And he is ignorant. I'm sorry to use the word, but Mr. Narasimha Rao has to learn the parliamentary procedure. He is ignorant
Mr. Trivedi.
Okay, just a minute. I don't want to. Let me just go. Just a minute, sir. Just a minute, Mr. Rao. Let me go to Dr. Rao for a moment. Dr. Rao, there will be those who will be arguing today that, and these are arguments which MPs have made, that tobacco generates foreign exchange, generates revenue, tax and otherwise. Tobacco generates employment, and tobacco, in a sense, even if you have pictorial warnings, will make no difference to tobacco consumption. If people want to consume tobacco, they will do it whether the size is 40%, 45% as it is now, or 85%. How do you respond to this? That is this critical in the fight against tobacco?
Rajdeep,
Yes.
the first point is that if it would not matter to implement the pictorial warning, all this hangama would never have happened in the first place. The very thing that it will matter and the prevalence and consumption of tobacco will come down itself is the proof to show that all of this confusion is going on and attempts being done to alter the report.
Is there evidence? Is there global evidence to indicate that the pictorial warning will affect? I know Australia does it very strongly,
much.
And I'm told in Australia tobacco consumption has come down. But will it apply in India as well, you believe?
Obviously it will. It will definitely impact and it will definitely reduce the consumption of tobacco in the country. And the other point I would like to make is Dr. Harshvardhan, who is himself a surgeon, has, after recommendation, deliberations and discussions, notified the 85% pictorial warning. Now it is strange that a parliamentary committee has disagreed to this. It was a doctor's medical recommendation on a serious health subject that was taken up seriously, and after which Pakistan and Thailand have already notified 85%, and Nepal has gone one step ahead to even do 90%.
What I'm trying to understand then, what I'm trying to understand from you is that you believe that this is a global practice, you believe there is firm evidence to indicate that it will bring down tobacco consumption. Am I right, Dr. Rao?
Absolutely, certainly.
You know, given that, Mr. Narasimha Rao, why is there a dithering? I sense that there is a dithering in the government now. In the last, despite what the Prime Minister is supposed to have told Mr. Jaitley, told Mr. Naidu, why is it that we don't see today when we asked the parliamentary committee, will there be a deadline? We asked the health minister, will there be a deadline? He said there is no deadline at the moment. What does that mean? The deadline is already gone. April 1 is gone.
Rajdeep, let us not confuse different issues. These individual members who have made their opinions, who have given opinions which are, okay, it's important for us to know the standing committee reports for final recommendations are not binding on the government. That is understood. But then this is a process this government wants to respect, the parliamentary process. Obviously, it cannot go on. It may take a few days or at the max a few weeks.
Do you concede that the manner in which these MPs have gone public has embarrassed your party? Do you at least concede that the manner in which Mr. Gandhi, Mr. Gupta, your MPs have gone public in their support to tobacco lobby has embarrassed and in a sense undermined the Prime Minister's commitment to act against the tobacco lobby?
I think I would say that these comments, when they are members of a committee, to my mind, they are unwarranted. And whatever the findings of the committee are, however credible or however incredible they are, they could have been simply submitted as a part of a report.
Right.
Going public with these comments has certainly created an unwarranted controversy for the party.
Okay, that's at least as far as most BJP spokesperson would perhaps go on this, at least you are admitting that. But let me get then a final word from you, Dinesh Trivedi. Dinesh Trivedi, do you believe that the time has come, in a sense, for the health ministry now to end any form of any ambiguity over this issue? That this is the moment that has to be seized, rather than allowing this now to delay further, go to the Supreme Court and then get caught in a legal process. If the government is committed, do you believe the time has come for Prime Minister Modi, Health Minister Mr. Nadda to act now, this week itself?
Rajdeep, if they were to act, they would have acted. The very fact is this issue is really complex. There is economy involved, there is lobby involved, and it's a complex issue. So my suggestion would be we all have to put our heads together and find a solution out of it. I had a solution when I was the health minister, MOS. I had told Mr. Sharad Pawar, Agriculture Minister, that let's take a 10-year plan. Every year we reduce 10% of tobacco growth and give an alternate cash crop to the farmers. And at the end of 10 years there will not be any tobacco. But the fact is farmers don't earn much. It is the business people, is the lobby, and the biggest interest party is the government themselves, because $900 million of export. What is the tobacco board doing? Why should be a promotion of tobacco? So interested party, Rajdeep, is not one bidiwala or one company here or there. The biggest lobby is the government themselves. So if government is the lobby, where is the solution?
Okay. Those are strong words coming from a former health minister, almost pleading a sense of helplessness in the face of the strength of the tobacco lobby at the moment. Dr. Rao, GVL Narasimha Rao, Dinesh Trivedi, appreciate your joining me on our top talking point, a story that will continue to gather traction in the days ahead. Today, the parliamentary panel meeting has clearly come up with no solution. My take, where do we stand? Tobacco kills. That's the chilling reality. After the Prime Minister's reported assurance, the government needs to act and act fast. The Finance Minister says the response will be measured and reasonable. The only way his words will have any meaning is if the pictorial warning deadline is not extended any further. Else the suspicion will be that this government isn't willing to call the bluff of the tobacco lobby.